how'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
One of the NFL's oldest and most storied stadiums, it's time to give it another go at Green Bay's Lambeau Field. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. Dylan Laube on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. So out has the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
The most passing yards of Geno's career, that would be over 4,300. Also came in a little uptick in interceptions, especially in the red zone. But that didn't bother Pete Carroll. He knew exactly who he wanted to restart their culture in Vegas, and that guy is Geno Smith.
It's an option right that begins this drive. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They kick the running back in motion. Motion man left is Lockett. Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Past the line, he's going to run for it.
Geno Smith on the scramble.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. And they forced a 4th down.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL, Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they made the postseason both times.
Play fake, it's Love. Dodge the tackle. Fits it through the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. Getting an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He shovels this one forward. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down here from the 36. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Going run again with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Thrown on first down, Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Once more, it's Love. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. McManus sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Love out of the shotgun. That one connects. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Options are open here, and this is 2nd and inches. Throwing again. Love. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
On the sneak, it's Love. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers have a great first drive. thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
For Green Bay.
Laube with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they haven't got their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He'll step up, and there he goes. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Raider first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Fielded in by Mayer. They get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 8 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And put one of the tight ends in motion. On first down, Genty. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Another give here to Genty. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Smith on 3rd and short. He's making a bid for it. Gets it to the 15. And Smith wisely slides down safely with enough to move those chains. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. And off to Jency. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Throws caught. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders trim the lead to 1. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Love from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. This is ahead for about 5. Lennon Roberts coming over for the hit.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
To the air with Love. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Go right side, and Dobbs has it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Love looking to pass. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
2-yard line.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. from the red zone on first. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Raiders 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Laube with the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. First call here coming from the shotgun. Smith back to throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
This is Genty on second. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing on third, Smith. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Packers send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play fake, it's Love. Short pass caught by his tight end. stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The 48-yard line.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Got some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 in enemy territory.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Play action. Love. He throws a bullet to the set. This is caught inside the 15. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Packers take a 13-point lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this, Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Raiders 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. That one socked right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Smith to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, they need 7. Air it out on 3rd. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. That's him taken right through the 40. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Getting 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Good play. It's a great play.
Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They stick with Jacob. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch a college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Raiders just about ready for this one. And it's 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Jency. They're driving closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Get him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
18 on the play. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More football from the frozen tundra of Lambeau coming up. Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
8 yards. First down, Raiders.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun give down to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. That's complete to Musgrave. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
He finds Jacobs here underneath. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Fits it through the middle. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
29-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Throwing again. Love. Hits him on the out route. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
18-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here's the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Just hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, you even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Love from the gun. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Love on 3rd and short. He puts some air under it deep down the left. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith finds him on the crossing route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. And a Raider first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now Smith taking off with it. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Smith. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Las Vegas, first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Raiders.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
That one's complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you a gain.
All set now, 1st and 10. Design quarterback run here. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
They're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Blitz coming for Smith. He's got it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders start the second half with some needed points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Carlson now to add one more.
The point after.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 10.
24, Raiders 14.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. That touchdown cut the lead by a chunk, Brock, but it's still a 2-score game as they start this drive out. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. This is Reed working the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action, Love. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, that's just a little icing on the cake.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They bring Dobbs in motion left. On the handoff, here's Jacob. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Evan White hauls him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Love on the play fake. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Packers the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They go counter. It's Jacobs. It's inside the 10. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering why. How do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play happens so fast and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
You'll be keeping this option on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Jacobs running behind center. The defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. And they get to him again. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This only a chip shot from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Laube with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Giving this to Jeanty. It's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now. They need 7. Smith to the air now. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up third down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that is a touchdown! The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders get it back to within 6.
27. Raiders 21.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff now, Love. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Running right, here's Jacobs. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Air it out on 3rd. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Didn't read the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
And hey, at least he held on to the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. A tight end in motion now. Straight ahead with Genty. And gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Pressure comes. Smith. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Line up the design keeper. Nothing was going to help him escape that, and he gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. And go play fake here with Smith. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Smith lost it, but I believe a Raider covered that one, so they'll luckily hang on to possession. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Away from one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love now, off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he crosses the sideline, a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. They're going play action. That's complete to Reed, out left. He's out near midfield and still going. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
They'll run, Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers stretch it to a 2-score game in the fourth. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Love up to the line. 2-point attempts coming.
The Packers will
Keeping it on the ground. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extended their lead.
Raiders 21.
So they stick with a hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Mostert on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Escapes the pocket. And this one does not go far.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Completed over the middle. They're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
It's a gain of 16.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Now here he goes. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Nickel look by the Packers on 3rd down. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get, it's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Hand off here to Jacobs. Let's look. He's got space ahead. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Quick hitter, and he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm. These outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Going to the ground again on first. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Going run again with Jacobs. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
At the 4-yard line.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They run it with Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
They go to him again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's 4 yards on 2nd and goal. Now they'll only need 3 on 3rd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Buys time, and he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers so likely locked up the win right there. Jordan Love, the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21.
42, Raiders 21.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Lowby with the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. This offense sent it back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. First and 10 from the 32. Looking to throw, Smith. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Dude, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, it's awesome with tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense.
The Packers are all over it. He goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. From the gun, Smith. He finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and long for him here. That's taken in by Tucker. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw left is intercepted. And the Packers take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
Well, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. First down now, ball at the 33. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Running on first here with Jacobs. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
So this is a Packers win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.